It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I feel like I can't even look my guy, Coach Andy Reid, in his eyes right now, just because I feel like I disappoint or I just let him down in some way, somehow.
Christmas in the Chiefs' kingdom isn't just about football. It's a full-blown soap opera with shoulder pads and a splash of Swiftie sparkle. Travis Kelce opens up about retirement rumors, a wild $1.8 billion Powerball fantasy, and the heavy pressure of not wanting to disappoint Andy Reid, while Jason Kelce admits that post-NFL fame has made family life with Kylie and their 4 kids more challenging than he expected. Meanwhile, insiders claim Travis went full Santa mode, allegedly spending $142K on Taylor Swift with lavish gifts and a cozy winter getaway, and as if that weren't enough, the Christmas Day game turns even spicier as Kelce's retirement decision sends shockwaves across the entire league.
Whether they want me back or not, it's one of those things where I'd like to make that decision before they got to get draft picks and the free agency opens, so that it gives them an opportunity to go.
And then Mahomes and Kelce take things even further by naming a Taylor Swift-inspired cocktail at their restaurant. Because why not sip your way through a little Swiftie magic while dining in Chiefs Kingdom? Finally, Travis Kelce sits down with Tony Gonzalez for a prime interview that feels less like media time and more like a legendary tight end therapy session, as he opens up about the very relatable "should I quit my job" spiral. Except his job involves catching touchdowns and getting flattened by linebackers. With just 1 game left on Kansas City's schedule, the 3-time Super Bowl champion stands at the edge of the retirement cliff, wondering whether to walk away or take one final lap. And the mood is undeniably heavy. At 36 and deep into his 13th NFL season, insiders say the "is this the end" conversation is louder than Arrowhead on 3rd down, especially with Week 18 in Las Vegas against the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium, feeling like it could be his final walk onto an NFL field, after a rough year that saw the Chiefs miss the playoffs for the first time since 2014, an emotional hit that hurt more than any tackle. After a painful Christmas Day loss to the Broncos, Kelce was asked the dreaded "was that your last home game?" question, and instead of going dramatic, he leaned into humor, admitting the only time retirement truly crossed his mind was when he saw the Powerball jackpot sitting at a ridiculous $1.8 billion and thought that if he won, it would be immediate retirement. No film sessions, no ice baths, just vibes and vacations.
No, the only time it ever crossed my mind is I was driving in the other day and I saw how much the Powerball was. And I was like, man, if I could just win that, I wouldn't have to work another day in my life.
Sadly, that fantasy ended when a winning Powerball ticket was sold in Arkansas, shrinking the dream payout to an $834.9 million lump sum before taxes. Still not terrible, by the way. But according to sources, money isn't the real issue. Kelce has already earned an estimated $111 million over his career. And with Taylor Swift in the picture and a net worth around $1.6 billion, no one's worried about him needing a side hustle. What's really weighing on him runs much deeper: accountability. Kelce has reportedly been open about feeling like he let head coach Andy Reid down, coming across visibly frustrated in the way that happens when you respect someone so much you can't even bring yourself to make eye contact because you feel you didn't deliver.
It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I feel like I can't even look my guy, Coach Andy Reid, in his eyes right now, just because I feel like I disappoint or I just let him down in some way.
According to sources, Andy Reid isn't just Travis Kelce's coach, but his fearless leader and the person who shaped him, and Kelce believes it's his responsibility to match Reid's preparation and grind with elite performance, which is why the pressure weighs so heavily on him. While Travis battles that intensity on the field, his brother Jason is facing a completely different different kind of challenge off it, as post-NFL fame has turned everyday family life into something resembling a reality show he never signed up for. Somehow more famous now than during his playing days, Jason's media success, especially with New Heights, has made simple outings with his wife Kylie and their 4 daughters feel like public meet and greets, complete with constant photo requests and extra planning just to stay normal. The family still does everything they always did, from errands to trips like Disney World, but now it comes with crowd navigation, quieter routes, and a lot more strategy, which Jason frames as adaptation rather than complaint, even as privacy keeps shrinking. On top of that, he's intentional about keeping celebrity energy out of personal relationships, treating Taylor Swift as Travis's soon-to-be wife and an aunt to his kids, not a global headline. Meanwhile, Travis reportedly went all out this Christmas, allegedly spending around $142,000 on gifts for Taylor and planning a cozy winter ski getaway straight out of a romantic movie. At the same time, retirement chatter has followed him all season, especially since he considered walking away after last year's Super Bowl loss and is now in the final year of his contract. With signs of on-field decline, non-stop media attention, a major relationship in the spotlight, and a post-football career waiting in the wings, sources say Kelce knows his decision isn't just personal, it impacts the Chiefs' entire off-season plan, which is why he wants clarity sooner rather than leaving the team stuck in limbo.
That leader. It's my job to go out there and make it happen, and that's kind of the pride that I've always played with, especially playing for him, knowing how hard he works and how prepared he always.
And here's the funniest part. The more people ask about retirement, the more Kelce responds with the polite version of, "I'm not talking about this right now," even skipping the media at one point after the Chiefs were eliminated as the questions hit overdrive. Somehow, that silence leads straight into peak Kansas City chaos, with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes turning Taylor Swift into a literal cocktail at their new restaurant, 1587 Prime, because why be normal when you can be iconic? They've added a drink called the Alchemy, a not-so-subtle nod to Taylor's 2024 song packed with football references, which Swifties immediately clocked as pure fan service, complete with a clarified citrus vodka blend featuring dry curacao, aronia berry, cranberry, strawberry, lime, and oolong tea. Fancy enough to feel elite and dangerous enough to inspire late-night texts. Mahomes reportedly admitted he's not even a big liquor guy, but loved the idea of honoring Taylor, who's become a major part of the team's world and the city's whole vibe, with Kansas City basically living in a crossover episode at this point. The menu goes all in too, with Mahomes' Showtime, Kelce's Big Yeti, and Brittany Mahomes' Queen Bee, because of course. Meanwhile, the Kelce cinematic universe adds another layer as Travis sits down with Tony Gonzalez for what feels like a grown man therapy session disguised as an interview, filmed at 1587 Prime on Christmas Eve and airing as a Prime Video pregame segment before the Broncos-Chiefs matchup. With a short TV cut and a longer 25-minute version dropping online, the conversation carries extra weight as it happens just before what many whisper could be Travis's final game at Arrowhead, making the whole thing feel like 2 all-time great tight ends comparing notes under red and gold lights while the future quietly hangs in the air.
Whether they want me back or not, it's one of those things where I'd like to make that decision before they got to get draft picks and the free agency open, so that it gives them an opportunity to go out there and fill the roster appropriately. So all that will be at the end of the season, and I won't be thinking about it.